Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another Pom Pom video, but this is with tissue paper. So today we are using this, and you guys won't be able to see the whole length here because of the way my camera is, but we're using this decorative tissue paper here. And I like to go to TJ Maxx, and you can get like a package of 50. Like this one right here came from TJ Maxx with a package of 50, and it comes with all these different colors here, so you can see the stripes. You can see the little shimmers here. And then I think you got like some more, let's see, some more little dots like this. And then some more little sparkles and stuff, and then some white. And then it came with this color right here. I get these from TJ Maxx because they come 15 a sheet. It looks like this, just like that. And they are $2.99. Hobby Lobby, theirs is like $6.99. I mean, you can use a coupon. I'm not too sure about their sales on the party supplies like this, but I love the ones that you can get from like TJ Maxx. If you're wanting to do more of a solid color, they do have packs like this. And this comes with like tons of different colors, as you can see here. And it comes with 120 sheets for $3.99. So for a package like this with 120, it's $3.99, and you can see how many it comes with. But they always have these in stock pretty much all the time. So, so definitely recommend checking out TJ Maxx or your Ross's or Marshall's or something like that for your tissue paper. Okay, so we're going to be using this one today, and now this one right here comes with 4 pieces. But I bought 2 packages for this deal. And like I said, you're going to get all of these. But it comes with 4 of each design. So what I'm going to, I combined 2. So I have 8 for this one. Now with the color ones, you probably will have like 10 pieces each on the thicker colored ones. But with these decorative ones, we're just going to stick with the 8 pieces. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have it folded in half, directly in half as it comes. And I'm just going to kind of make sure these guys are kind of lined up as best as I can. So I'm just making sure, since they weren't in the same pack, I'm just kind of making sure that everything is lined up at the same lengths here. So I may have to make like a new crease line there. All right, so once I do that, then I'm going to fold it in half again. Just like that. And go ahead and crease it just like that. Then once you have your crease mark, you're going to go ahead and take your paper scissors and just cut straight down this crease mark. You really want to try to keep this stuff as straight as possible. And then you're going to go ahead and come back. So this is going to give us 16 sheets since we cut them in half. All right, so we're going to come back. And we're going to have them just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and start from this side here. All right, so what you're going to do next is, so now these measure, for like these decorative ones right here, these measure, I believe, 10 by 20. So you're going to have 10 by 20 for these decorative pieces just like this. So your next step that you're going to do is you're going to want to take these and do an accordion. So I'm just going to make sure everything and everybody is lined up. Scoot this down, make sure you guys can see everything. So we're going to go ahead and just make sure everything's lined up. This is going with my party decor that I've talked about in my previous video. So I'm going to have a whole playlist on party decor. All right, so what we're going to do is you're going to start an accordion here. So you want to do this about 1.5 inches up. So we're just going to measure here, make sure we're about 1.5 inches, which is right about here. So I'm going to fold here, and then we're going to keep going all the way down, just kind of flipping back and forth, having this whole accordion here. Now you do want to try to keep this as straight as possible, and it's kind of hard while you're trying to record at the same time. But you're going to just keep going back and forth. All right, I'm going to do one more, just like that. All right, so you're going to crease it really good, just like that. You can do it with your hands. And then what you're going to do is now we want to round our corners. So the best way to do this is to undo it like this. All right, so you want to take a few sheets at a time. So I'm going to do half and half. So we'll do, let's see, 2, 3, 4. No, I'll do about 4 at a time. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get this back in this little accordion, trying to keep everything together. All right, just like that. All right, so what you want to do now is we're going to round these sides here. So we're going to take it, you're just going to round it just like that. All right, then you'll come back to the other side and you're going to do the same thing. All right, so we're going to continue to do this for the rest of them, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we have all of our pieces rounded. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to stack them back on top of each other. So we're just going to line them back up nice and neatly, trying to keep everybody together. It's kind of hard with this paper a little bit, but you just kind of making sure everything is lining back up. All right, so we'll start from one side to the next, and I think this one needs to go this way. You can kind of tell because the way that they lay on top of each other. All right, so now I'm just going to get them all back together like this. All right, just like that. So I'm just making sure everything is back together just like that. So now we're going to use yarn. You can use fishing line, or you can use thread, the clear thread, or just thread, or whatever you want to use. But I liked the look of the yarn, so I use it. So what you're going to do is you're going to get you a nice piece here. I'm going to go ahead and trim it off because I'm going to hang it from this as well. So you want to get as long as you need it to hang. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to get it just like this and get it tied off. All right, so get us a nice knot going on here. Pull it as tight as I possibly can. And then I'm going to get a second knot going here. Right before I pull that, I'm going to pull that one more time, just like that. All right, now then you'll take your other ends here and you're going to take your other ends here and you're just going to make a knot at the top for it to hang. But I just love the way that it looks with the yarn. So, but like I said, fishing line or the clear thread. All right, so once you have it like this, all right, so then what you're going to do is you're going to take one side, just one piece, and carefully bring it down. Just like that, bring it to the center, and then we're going to come back and do the other side. With decorative paper like this, it would probably be smarter to put the two plain sides together, like mix half of it and put them together, so that way it would come out way cuter. So now we're going to come to this side. Just kind of moving my string out the way. You can come to this side and do the same thing. Just carefully pulling it back. All right. And then you're going to take the other side and do the same thing. You want to work from side to side. All right. See, and I tore a little bit just now, so you will do that from time to time. That's a centerpiece, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of bringing these down to make the center. So I can pull out just a little bit more. Just lift that a little bit. All right, so now once you got that part going, that's kind of your base there. Just gonna keep going, working from side to side. Pull these all the way out. Oop, tore another one, but it's all right. You're gonna do that. All right. And then continue to work, carefully pulling everything out. Okay, so now we're on our last two pieces on both sides. So on your last two pieces, you just want to kind of pull it here just a little bit. Don't pull it all the way down. All right, and then you're going to flip it over. We've got our last pieces here. So you're just going to do the same thing, just carefully kind of pulling on it here like that. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my fingers and just kind of pull through it like this. All right, so just like that, you'll have your super cute pom pom. So there it is. So, so all you're gonna do is you just sit there and take your fingers and just kind of fluff it out. The dimensions of this is about 8 by 8. So this ball is 8 by 8, 8 inches by 8 inches. So there it is. I love the decorative ones. But if you wanted it to be more, a little more like not so kind of scrunched like this, you'd really want to pull whenever you're on that center. You'd really want to pull on them and then fluff. So let's go ahead and do it one more time. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this one more time. So I've got it lined up as best as I possibly can. And this time I alternated a dark pink and a light pink. Now you could just do your solid colors, and you could also get these from the Dollar Tree too. I don't think I mentioned that before. You can also get these packages there. Okay, so I'm going to fold it in half again. And then I'm going to cut right down the middle. And this is going to be the same dimensions. It'll be 10 by 20 for these. Now this is going to be a fuller one because I did do the 10 sheets. This time we're going to do it a little bit different. We cut it in half, right? So after we had cut it, we already cut it in half. Now we got 10 sheets lined up, right? So we got 10 and 10. So what we're going to do is make 2 balls out of this, since they're a little bit shorter with the 8 by 20. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing where we're going to fold it in accordion. So we're going to do 1.5 inches. So let me go ahead and double check this. All right, so that looks good. So we're going to go ahead and accordion this back and forth, back and forth. All right, so we're just gonna keep going here. And like I said, you really want to try to keep this as straight as possible with these little papers, but it's kind of hard. You want to shuffle. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and trim up my corners here. So I'm just taking my scissors and and the scissors that work best for this is the Tim Holtz, because they can go through several layers at one time. All right, and then just kind of get this side a little bit. All right. So now that we have it like this, I'm just going to use yarn. But you can use fishing line, or you can use clear thread, or you could even use regular thread if you wanted to. Clear thread if you're just not wanting it to be visible, but I like the way that it looks with the yarn. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this. So I'm going to go ahead and get this tied up here. Try to get it on its side a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and double knot this. There we go. So you want to try to get that as tight as you can. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my top here, even it up. I'm going to go ahead and tie this. This is so you can hang it up. You can probably hear my washing machine in the background. Okay, so you're just going to tie that in a knot. Okay, so here we go. So this is how we're going to do this. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of fan it out a little bit like this. All right. so now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take one side to the next. So we're gonna take this side, pull it all the way down. And we're gonna get this at the exact same time. We're gonna pull the same side here. And we're gonna kind of pull them that way. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing with this side. I'm gonna get it like this. All right, so now I'm gonna grab these two sides like this that I've already pulled on, and I'm just gonna tug on them a little bit. This is what's gonna start our centerpiece here. So I'm just gonna tug on that just a little bit. Kind of help make our centerpiece going on here. All right, just like that. Now what we're gonna do is just continuing to fold down side to side. So I'm gonna get this piece here, and you may tear it a little bit, and that's fine. All right, so you're just going to pull on them just like that. Then we're gonna do this other side, flipping it over. Stick it, you're still on the same side, but you're getting the top and bottom. You're gonna pull it just like that. Then you're going to flip over to the other side. Same thing, kind of carefully tugging on it there. All right, flip it over. Get this piece. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this in fast forward motion so we can, so we don't make a huge long video. Okay, so now once you get down to your last two pieces here, you just want to kind of fluff these more towards the top. You don't want to pull them all the way down. So we're just kind of bringing them out like this. All right, so now you can come back and kind of bring these pieces back just like that. And there you have it. You have your pom pom, and it's attached to a string. You can continue to come back. Now, if you wanted it more fuller than this, you would want to add this at the exact same time. You would want to add it together. But if you want to be able to utilize more of your paper, you want to do 10 sheets, cut it in half. That would be 10 for each ball instead of 20, and then you would get more balls out of it. But like I said, if you want it fuller, you would definitely want to add more. So like this one right here was 8 pieces, and it was doubled, so that made 16 pieces, and you can see how tight this is. So you can see how cute those are. They're super easy to make. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.